is there a dream project or a dream venue that you would aspire to like do stand up or do a show in, or like anything you aspire to create? I'd love to hear more about like what makes you excited to do things, and like what gets you going and what gets your imagination flowing.
Man, that's the problem. Is it's like I don't have like one thing. You know, the way my mind works, I realized is like, and I can only stem this from school, my hatred of school, because it's like I hated school so much that I had to focus on something else, and then I started focusing on something else while I was focusing on that, and that's kind of, I always imagine the gears that keep my mind moving. And it's like, ideally, if I had a perfect scenario, I would love to have some sort of like production space, like a warehouse or something that I can create content, but have a legit 2-floor, a pizza bar on the top floor and a comedy club in the basement. And that to me, I think would be the best case scenario where, you know, you get the pizza upstairs, go downstairs, it's pizza, beer at the show. And yeah, and then having maybe even that space is where I create stuff, but like having the ability to create content and having a team of people, you know, to who know what they're doing, and also are like kind of just like, it's just, I don't know, I have like this weird theory that it's kind of hard to find like legit passion anymore. And it's like finding like people who are actually good at what they do in that field. Like I don't want a camera guy who wants to do audio. I want someone who loves audio and is into experimental stuff, and build that type of team. And then, you know, really the world is whatever you want it to be at that point, as long as you have. That's why I focus on so many different things, because it was always hard to find a good audio guy or cameraman. And it's not like I'm amazing at any of them, but I could do them well enough by myself now, you know. So I'd love to have that.
What would be the signature Mark pizza that you would serve? Like, what would be the go-to?
I don't know if I could tell you that on live air. No. I had this like dream of, if I ever had a pizza place, where it would be, and I swear to God, this better be timestamped, because if I see it, someone's gonna get in trouble. It would be essentially a cheese slice wrapped like a cone with a meatball in the middle, so it looks like an ice cream. And that would be the special, where it's like let's say $7 or something, and it'd be a big cheese slice and a big meatball. And I don't even eat meat, but I used to love meatballs. And it was like,
you do falafel, meatless.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there could be, you could have like lentil meatballs or lentil balls or whatever. But the idea, the main combo would be a slice. And then, so when you sat it down, you unwrap, you ate the slice, there'd be a giant meatball in the middle. And then you can eat the meatball and then the cheese slice. That would be like the main thing. And I just like classic pizza, like margarita, and just like basic, like basil and cheese and a little sauce. So that would be it.
Listeners, viewers, you see why earlier I said this guy has crazy ideas. That's he's either going to solve all of humanity's problems, or he's going to blow the whole world up somehow.
And if you want to open a pizza place, let me know.
Yeah, I would totally buy that meatball cone. Like, that sounds delicious.
Know. Well, it's because when I worked in LA, there was this like charcoal ice cream place next to us, and it was packed. And I kept telling my boss, I'm like, we need to find a way to have like pizza ice cream somehow. And there was like
no portability, like.
Exactly, because they have that coney thing, which I've seen, that's like a legit pizza thing. This is like a straight up, you know, slice of pizza that is in a special container that's wrapped, and the meatball is right on top of it. So you can walk around, eat the meatball straight out of the pizza, and then eat the pizza after, like whatever you want to do. Like that would be the trademark at the pizza place. The special. So you'd be at a comedy show and everyone's eating meatballs and cheese slices.
I just picture Mark coming out on the CBC stage saying, "Hello, dragons. My name is Mark DeBonis.
Let's just send this clip in.
My company is Meatball Ice Cream Cones, and I'm asking for $1 million for 10% of my company." I might go 50-50 with you on that, with another side idea. I've never acted on it, never gone any further than just like a high conversation with other comedians. But I want, especially here in Canada, I've always thought it would be a good idea to have hot ice cream. So it's basically
like deep fried ice cream.
No, not that. But where like I don't know the science behind it. We're still stuck on the science because the problem with ice cream is when it gets hot, usually it melts. So you got to figure out a way. But it's like to be like winter fair ice cream, or when you're out on the ski hills, and it would be like this. They give you this steaming scoop. In my head, the prototype we would just use mashed potatoes.
Okay,
like mashed potatoes and syrup on it, so that the ice cream is hot, or whatever is in it is hot. But it's like, I don't know, one of the working titles was steam cream, but that's kind of weird. It doesn't.
I think the name sells itself.
It doesn't.
Steam cream,
it doesn't sound good at all. No, it doesn't sound good.
But you know what? I will like something like that is like years ago when I was in, me and Monty almost opened up a hot dog stand. We were like talking about like what we could do and rotate shifts. I was actually looking into a food truck because I love soup. And it's surprisingly hard to find soup. And it's like, maybe now there's more soup places. I don't know. But it was like, I had this idea of like, I don't know, like a thick, like puree thing. And it was like, squash, potato, whatever. I don't know. There's like a bunch of them you can do. But you get the soup and then you get a scoop of mashed potatoes inside. And it's regular mashed potatoes. Like a chive mashed potato and like a bacon bit. So you'd get this bowl with soup in it, like a puree with a scoop of a meatball. So that's kind of like, we can kind of call that steamed cream or whatever you want. It'd be like a sundae.
This is a good.
I like how your signature is put a meatball on it.
Put a meatball in
it. What a dope. Put a meatball on it.
Honestly, it does fix anything. If you have a good meatball, you can spice up any meal.